Alright, Shalom. First of all, I start praise to how washing me out shy. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to the elders of GMS Jamaica. This is Kaana Itaza, former member of the GMS Jamaica camp. And today basically I want to talk about trans or transgender basically. Alright, because what happens is that them have this thing right now called Project End Gender, right? Where them basically are try to get everybody to really break down the barrier, the gender barrier between male and female, right? Now to get a clear understanding from really talk about trans. The word trans just basically means change. And gender deals with sex basically, whether it's a male or it's a female. Alright. Basically back in the past, some places now you still can. You used to could have tell a homosexual by him characteristics. You understand? By seeing a male figure and knowing that it's not a straight dude. You understand? That's a homosexual. Alright, now what basically happened is that I'm not gonna say through the persecution, but them take it a step further right now where you have surgical procedures, right, where a man can change his sex and become a transgender woman. Now the thing is, after them spend them time on hormone, right, like probably a 6 months, them follow up on it, but say 6 months in, you understand, breast start develop, ass start develop, everything start look like woman, bone structure start change, everything start change out, right? Now, you as a man now are able is not able to differentiate a transgender woman from a normal woman, a natural woman. Right? Unless them tell you that they are transgender, you can't really know. No, this is a trap. This go back to the very same thing that the Mosai speak of. It is an abomination, right? Because this is a man being transformed to a woman, right? This is an unnatural occurrence, right? This is something against nature, right? Because you basically born a man and go transform yourself to a woman, and it not only work one way. You have women who are transform themselves to men also, right? By being on testosterone, the men them go up on estrogen and them thing them, right? What we basically want to talk about is, and first and foremost, more this beneficial towards the purpose of edifying the elect, right? Because the womanizing thing right now, I don't really feel that this is the time for that basically with all the madness what take place, right? Because you have all them type of people out there and you can't really differentiate. Right? You can't tell the difference. So me kind of say you better you're safe than sorry still. You understand? So this have to kind of turn down the so-called gallus them more in the word, so to speak. You understand? The ladies man them more in the word, because you just might end up with a lady that is not a lady. You know what I mean? I mean, I bring out a precept before going any further. This is from Ecclesiastes 10 and 5. Oh, I'm sorry, 10 and 6. It said, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich seated in a low place. Alright, folly is set. The word dignity means worth or worthy. Right? And I bring out the word folly from etymology online. Excuse me. The word folly, it is a noun from the early 13th century. Mean mental weakness, unwise conduct. In Middle English, including wickedness, lewdness, madness, right? Because this a straight up madness. I was trying to understand the situation, because it is not just grown-ups that are being this way. You understand? You have very, very young children. I recently watched a documentary on YouTube on some young children in America, right? That are convinced that they are the opposite sex. You know, the little young girls them convinced that they are boys, and the little young boy them convinced that they are girls. You know what I mean? That's everything I just read. That's mental weakness. That's unwise conduct. That's wickedness. That's lewdness. That's madness. Right? I was looking at it the other day by saying that, you know, perhaps it is the spirit came out in the wrong body. You know what I mean? The spirit came out of the womb in the wrong body. Perhaps it's a female spirit in a male body, or a male spirit in a female body. You understand? But that's not it, because what really happened is that Esau have some way of mess up the genome, people's genetic structure, right? Because on Facebook the other day, I saw a baby from the Middle East that had 4 hands and 6 feet. 4 hands and 6 feet. So what basically happened is that things that the parents congest that didn't really affect the parents, it affect the unborn child, because somewhere in the making the genetics were being shifted. All them DNA molecules were being shifted. So when the time of reproduction come, you're going to produce something that is, it can be an X chromosome that come out masculine. It can be a Y chromosome. It can be an X chromosome that come out masculine, or it can be a Y chromosome that come out feminine, right? Or it can give birth to a monster, basically, like the kid in the Middle East. You understand, right? 4 and 6 foot, right? So Esau ways of mess with people's genetic makeup, right? So once again, folly set in great dignity, mean to say it worth a lot to this wicked system, Babylon. It worth a lot to Babylon for you to be mentally retarded, right? For you to be doing things that are against nature, right? It means a lot, right? These are all false wonders, as spoken of in Revelation, and also in the book of Luke, from the Greek semeion, right? These are all unnatural occurrences, yo. These things are against nature. Alright? Next precept. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 10. It says, say not, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. The purpose of bringing out this precept is because I was saying at one point that it was better when you could identify a faggot, so to speak. You understand? As in, yeah, that's a male, right? And you're not gonna go to a male because you're straight, right? I was saying that those days were actually better, but that was inconsiderate, because in order for the judgment that is pending fully come on this wicked system, first it have to reach the pinnacle, right? In order to get brought down. And all these things have to happen on the way up, right? Sex change, global manipulation, a lot of stuff, right? A whole lot of stuff. So, me not really say when I could have pinpoint them did better than now, right? Me say, oh, all praise to the Most High. we're seeing that we're one step closer to the downfall of this wicked kingdom. Alright? May I read verse 3 and 4. Alright. It says sorrow. Ecclesiastes 7 and 3. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. Right? The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Right? This basically it oppressing on a mental and a physical level. Right? It oppressing both ways, because now a man not safe to go to a woman no more. You understand? Because that woman might not be a woman. Right? And on top of everything else we have one, the poison of the food, you understand, the misled, how people get misled, the follow how people are partake, you know, all of them little something here I walk out sorrow, because the thing is, it easy for them though, but for we who have the knowledge, it kind of hard when we see them thing here, because it burden to it, right? Because we can't live a normal life. No matter how you try, you now can't ever live a normal life. You now can't ever be comfortable, right? You now can't ever feel safe, right? Because just the other day, we see this youth, Benz Hype, he post up one book, a page from a book on YouTube, basically, where them a teach in the infant school them now. You understand how a man can be a mother and a father, and it was not talking about single parent, it was talking about what two men being together, one being the mother and one being the father, and having a adopting, right? But it was printing stuff on the mind of the minors, right? The so-called youths of tomorrow. This is what is being fed to them in basic school, right? And them are gonna learn them thing here. You understand? So them are push hard to get this acceptance of homosexuality, right? Which is I'm not seeing this as something good, yo. You know, so we have to just continually say, oh, I'll praise the Abash me how shy for see this wicked kingdom actually coming to an end, right? Next precept wanna go to, but let's get this word real quick. Alright, the word in question. Alright, Colossians 3 and 5. Alright. You guys can go research the Transgender project, right? Because the thing is basically to stop the reproduction of I'm not going to say human beings, because that's what they have, but it is to stop the reproduction of Jake, basically, because now them are come out with basically every way they can, right? You guys probably remember the Black Plague, right? You probably remember the bubonic plague from the Indians, the Black Plague in Europe, right? Well, now them have other viruses coming, like the Ebola virus that they released the other day, right? Because the aim is this: by 2045, them claim them supposed to obtain godhood. Them supposed to become gods by 2045, right? And on the way down to that, them supposed to eliminate something like, I think it's 85% of the world population bringing the population of Earth down to 500 million. Right? So, on a technical level, this war and the disposal of the relevant genes, you know, the not Aryan bloodline, right, has begun. It has officially begun. It has been going on for a while with the food and with the poisoning of the atmosphere and stuff like that, but now it is fully here. Right? And this breakdown is basically just to warn brothers to be careful of these so-called females, because these females are not females sometimes. Right? So just be careful. Alright, Colossians 3 and 5. It said, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication. Oh. Alright, yeah, I'm sorry. Mortify your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil, concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. The word mortify also comes from the Latin mortis, which the word mortal comes from. It means death. So put to death, right? The wants, the desire of your members upon earth, right? We'll go to the word inordinate. The word inordinate, it means, it's an adjective from the late 14th century. It means not ordered, lacking order or regularity, right? It wasn't regulated, right? From Latin inordinatus, which means unordered, not arranged, right? From in, which is not, and opposite of, ordinatus, right? So technically, something that were never ordered by the Most High, right? A man wasn't ordered to change them sex. Neither a female wasn't ordered to change her sex, right? So, in a sense, just be careful. That's all I'm saying basically. All right, Romans. I want to run through real quick, and if you notice. You know, everything, them put you in defiance to the Most High. And recently, I learned say you know if you take sides too early. Don't pick a side too early. Stand for your stand for. But don't make nobody push nothing at you and say yo, agree with this or agree with that. Right? Because the movie Transformer, right? We're talking about antagonist and protagonist right now. Right? We basically thought that Optimus Prime was basically an antagonist just to Megatron, right? But in the last movie Transformer, it is basically teaching you to be disrespectful to your creator, right? That's what's being taught, to be disrespectful to your maker, right? I'm not gonna say too much about the movie because I'm not sure how much people see it, but me advise the brothers them to take a watch of Transformer Age of Extinction. Alright, it's a Romans 1 and 21. Because when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, right? This was from back in Israel. Right, when the Most High was with them, and he said to them, say, oh, teach them to your children, and them to them children. right? All the way down, the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? They glorified him not as God, neither were they thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. How them do this? Them start ask for king, them start ask for all kind of something for set up over them and them thing there. When the Mosai was the rightful king and the Mosai was already telling them what to do. Right? So they don't glorify the Mosai as God. Right? They rather have a king. Right? When the Mosai was the king. Still is the king. Right? Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. Excuse me. And changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and to four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Whereof God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies. Right? Because you as a man were born with a hood and a chest. Right? That is something that is something honorable. Right? And you were getting made as a woman to be the companion to the man. That is also something that is honorable. Right? So when you go to the surgery and you cut off your hood or whatever you do, you understand? Because me see the surgery personally. I watch one of the surgery them on YouTube. Right? The transformation surgery. Right? That dishonorable, yo. That was dishonorable. Because the thing is, a homosexual is just overdose on estrogen. It mess up them mental structure, having them think that they are women. You understand? So it is not like it is the spirit of a female spirit come into a male body. Right? It is because them get corrupt and polluted. The Most High classified them as an abomination, and that are the reason why them get put to death so them can born back normal, natural, born back according to the course of how things supposed to go. Right? So when you as a woman gone on steroids and testosterone to build muscle and masculinity, that is dishonorable. Right? And when you as a man go take estrogen, you understand, and all different type of hormones to bring your body looking like a female, that is also dishonorable. Right? Continue. To dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who change the truth of God into a lie. Because what is the truth? A man is a man, a woman is a woman, at the extension and the companion and the comfort of a man. Right? Where is the sense in you changing your sex? Just for attract the same sex or the opposite sex. What's the purpose in changing? That does go for sure say how this our very wicked and corrupted society. Right? And very soon, this place known as the Americas, Mr. Babylon the Great, Hell, Hades, whatever you want to call it, is going to be destroyed. Right? This is well on its way. You can see the uproaring in the Middle East right now with Israel and Gaza, and Iran is in it, even though the media is not bringing it up. Right? And Syria is still there. Right? So this war has begun. You know? And you guys don't trust the quarantine procedure methods that is gonna be brought upon you because of the Ebola virus. It is a trick. Right? It is to eliminate a certain amount of people, but also to get people to receive the chip, to lead you to the concentration camps. That is what's coming. Right? If you notice the brutal rate of the police, them basically turned up. Right? They might kill people on camera right now, nothing now happen no time. Because these be the days when them things here are gonna happen. Right? Now at the time when them things here are gonna happen, because the Son of the Most High is ready to come back, come judge. Yahushua ready to come back, come judge right now. Right? Death and destruction is coming. The Most High is ready right now. Right? So let's be patient, akim, and pray the days. And as we say, be careful. Because them woman here wanna see and a woman them summertime. Right? Change the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause God gave them up to vile affections, for even their women did change the natural youth into that which is against nature. Not only lesbianity, but transgender also. Right? And now you have this once upon a time female, now male, whatever it is, transgender, right? Something, right? With this movement called Engender. You guys can Google that or go to YouTube and view that, right? So you have the Engender movement, you have the eugenics movement, which support the Engender movement same way, because them know see how it will stop reproduction, and it will be a way to bring the existence of a certain people to a halt, aka Israel, right? The so-called Latin Americans them, the West Indians them, the blacks in America, African Americans, right? The Colombians, the Puerto Ricans, all of them, right? And likewise, the men also leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one towards another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which was meat, right? Because nowadays, the thing is basically, and even with the woman, them woman, they still have to be careful, right? Because you have a lot of guys where involve themselves in an anal copulation with woman, right? You have a lot of sadists, and the thing is, there's a lot of bacteria that goes out the rear, right? A lot of bacteria that goes out the rear. You're not supposed to be sticking nothing in that area. That's why the Most High give her a vagina, so you can have sex with her whether you want to breed her yes or no, and reproduction can go on. That make for pleasure, right? But them take it a step further. Show you again how wicked this place is, right? All right. Against nature, which is me. Verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind, meaning a mind cast out, right? To do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit. See that word, deceit. Because a lot of so-called straight guys are being deceived by these things, right? And a whole lot of bunch of stuff. Seeing malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death. Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Right? So if you as a man sit down and say, well boy, as long as you not bring it to me, you know, a man can do what they want to do. You see me? No, you're supposed to stand up. That is the reason why as a man, you're supposed to stand up for what is right. Advocate for the truth. Advocate for righteousness. Right? But as we said, this are just Babylon at its finest. You understand? About to become the burning pot of scum. And next thing in the movie Transformer recently too, I don't know his name, the black robot from outer space. He basically said the mixing of species with species upset the creators, right? And it threw off the cosmic balance. And that is what Esau is doing perfectly right now. You know, injecting genes. There's a lot of stuff going on to talk about. I'm not going to talk about it now. I'm talking about trans right now. But more stuff is coming, right? Isaiah 24. For close down real quick because we're going over half hour and never want to go so long still. Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth is defiled and the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws and changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Right? So that's what Esau basically do. Right? So you guys can go research them things there. And until next time, all praise to Yahweh Shemyaw Shai. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to the elders of GMS Jamaica. This is Kana Itaza, former member of the GMS Jamaica camp. And peace be to the brothers out there in the highways and the byways, doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Until next time, Shalom.